ultimate strength and perfect clarity is the 5by5's.
It's Real Talk with David and Nikki. Stay tuned for hot topics, gossip, and a little shade on the 5by5.
Podcasting straight to your MP3 player. Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yes, it's the 5by5. I'm David, and I should be sleeping because I'm a little tired, but I've just had a bad day. And you know, when you get your mind gets to racing, you get to think about different things, different stresses, on top of having a bad day, it can kind of compounds your mind to where you can't sleep. And that's where I am right now. So I'm watching bad food reality TV. And I think this one is particularly about a food trucks. I've never eaten out of a food truck. Have you guys eaten out of a food truck? But if you guys want to share your bad day experience or anything tonight, you can give us a call at 914-803-4988. So it's not a Real Talk with David and Nikki. It's not a Fanboy Weekly. It's not a Bite Me Cast. It's just me. I would say I'm venting because I don't want to come off like a whiny baby because I'm not a whiny baby, but I get tired sometimes. And today was one of those days. First, my sleep is very important to me. I'm a night owl, so I stay up later normally, and then I'll wake up a little later. I'm not a morning person. I've never been a morning person. Every job that I've had where I made my own schedules, I always schedule myself later in the day because I just can't get up. It's probably because I won't go to bed at nighttime, and I've been saying that I want to get my sleep schedule under control, but I haven't done it yet. So right now, I'm like, I probably won't go to bed at 5 o'clock. That will be my sleep time, and then I'll wake up at 10:30 to take my mother to dialysis. So if you guys have listened to the show before, you know, I relocated from Atlanta because my mother went through renal failure and chronic kidney disease, which is pretty much the same thing. And she started dialysis. And my other family members, sometimes it always comes down to the gay kid, because the gay kid normally doesn't have any children. Job situation may be a little bit different. I know it's from person to person, and I'm a control freak anyhow, so I like to be in control of things. But I'm not gonna say I didn't trust my other family members. I just need people to follow through on things that they say they need to do. And you know, and then with my mother being as sick as she is, it just made sense for me to come back to the area and care for her and get her to her doctor's appointments and her dialysis and all that kind of good stuff. And not good stuff, but you know what I mean. And so that's what I've been doing. But with it being said, I'm a planner. I like to plan my days. I like to have, okay, what are we doing this time? What do you want to do here? I don't like somebody to say, well, can we do this right now? No, I want to plan it. If you let me know, I'm going to have a lot less attitude, and I want to do it without any fussing, you know, and I try to be respectful. Respectful of my mother, respectful of her disease, but at the same time, work with me. This has to be a plan. Like my life is, I try to plan my life very, so everything falls in place, and I do get enough sleep because I do work, and I work in home health care, and from Friday starts, so tomorrow, well, I guess today, later on today, we'll start my work week, and I work, 10 4-hour day, 10 8-hour days. No, that's not right. I work 4 10-hour days. There we go. See, I'm sleeping. I should be in bed. 4 10-hour days, and the job I work is in the the home health care field with people that are developmentally disabled. So it was very, very stressful. I had to match wits with people that can be violent at times, and also administer care. And then so my mind is always on at work, and I think that's why I can't sleep, because my mind is always trying to put out fires, trying to get everybody to get along, and then there's such a serious part of the job with the medications that are administered. I just have to be on my game, and so mentally it's taxing. So when you're so mentally taxed, it makes you tired. Than if you worked in a coal mine, then that's more of a physical. But that tiredness is, I think, for sometimes mental exhaustion is worse than physical exhaustion, because sometimes you don't rebound from mental exhaustion. For the reason I said that is because my sleep is very important to me, and so I want to sleep. I like to sleep. I like to watch television shows, and by the way, if you guys catch me on, and I'll have it here, because we have a show here on the live show here on Blog Talk Radio, but we also have a show on Spreaker. Both are called the 5by5, but I do have a show on Spreaker that's called the Bite Me Cast, which is a play on, vampires bite, werewolves bite, that type of deal. And so I have a show there. You can also catch past shows. I'm probably going to delete some of them, but you'll be able to find every show on our blog at recycleblogtalk.blogspot.com. There's a Bite Me Cast page. There's a 5by5 page. There's a Spreaker Live page where you can listen to the live broadcast of the Spreaker shows. But anyhow, I digress. Welcome to the chat room. I guess HIBACHINAJ. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to spell it. I'm going to call you HB. Thanks for checking me out tonight. But going back to, like I said, I like to sleep, but I like to plan. I like to have a plan. So when somebody throws a monkey wrench in something that I haven't planned, I have a little attitude. So first, what happened earlier this morning, Habachi na. Habachi Naj is in the chat room. I hope I pronounced that right. and so, and I don't like being woken out of my sleep. And so, I was woken out of my sleep. Awoken out of my sleep because there was an appointment that we had to make, or I had to drop my mother off, and so that irritated me because I like to I can't express enough. I like to keep a schedule, and this is how I am at work, and I think it gets on some people's nerves. Maybe it's the Virgo in me, but I don't like it. I like things to be the way they are. There's no gray area with me. 1 and 1 is always going to be 2. Black people like sleep. It's safe. I don't know if that's next line. I don't know what you mean by that. That's what somebody in the chat room said. Black people like sleep. It's safe. I don't know necessarily what you mean by that. But like I said, there's so many things in the course of the day that I have to do pertaining to my mother's health. So I want it to be scheduled. Normally we have a schedule like Monday's my last day of work, so Tuesday or even Sunday morning before I go to work after my mother gets from church, I was like, okay, what points do we have Tuesday? What points do we have Wednesday? What points do we have Thursday? What do we have to do? So those days, excuse me one second. No white supremacy in sleep. Well, I don't feel white people are superior to me, so that's not an issue for me. I have white friends, black friends, Latino friends, Asian friends, biracial friends, and I treat everybody on the same playing level. So I don't see that. So anyhow, back to what I was saying. And so if you don't have a schedule, then you can't keep a schedule if you don't have a schedule. A person told me a long time, or I heard it on television a long time ago, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. And that's how I try to live my life. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So anyhow, so we made an appointment. You know, I was mad, so I dropped my mother off. I knew I didn't have to go pick her up for a couple of hours. And
your weather forecast. It'll be hot and sticky.
I'll make you feel, 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 make you feel, make you see it, make you see it, make you see it. When I saw you from the corner of my eyes, I couldn't help but stare. You were just standing there. That very point was the love at first sight. You simply made that mark. You made a mark on my heart. I'm all you need. It's guaranteed. I won't do you like she. And I'll make you say oh, I'll make you say yeah. No need for second guessing. Jump in and take your chances, 'cause I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. No doubt in mind, I'm here to make you smile. I'll be your right hand man. I'll be your number one fan. Yes, down, no one else is around. It's you and me together, making this happily ever after. I'm all you need. It's guaranteed. I won't do you like she. No. And I'll make you say oh. I'll make you say yeah. No need for second guessing. Jump in and take your chances, 'cause I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'm all you need. It's guaranteed. I won't do you like she. Soon you'll see. 'Cause I can make you say oh. Make you say oh. I'll make you say yeah. Make you say yeah. I'll make you say oh. Make you say oh. I'll make you say yeah. Make you say yeah. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. 'Cause I can make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel better.
Hey everyone, this is Dwayne Hadley from The Dwayne Hadley Show. Check out the 5by5 on Spreaker.com.
For a couple of hours, and so on my way back home, I'm sitting in the car, just thinking about tomorrow's work, and I know I had to take my clients to a Halloween party, and I'm like, okay, I got to do this, and so I'm trying to get my tomorrow set up because there's an appointment in the morning, so I'm trying to get my day. So, and I never do this. I have never since I've had my vehicle, my newest car, I have never locked the keys in the car, ever. Never, ever, ever. That's something I don't do because I'm a control freak. I like things to be a certain way. I have a routine. I don't know if you guys have routines. I have a routine when I come home. I lay my billfold first, my keys second, and they all go on the left corner of my bar. And that's where they stay. That's their home. I don't mess with them until I leave the house, and then when I come back in, my shoes go right next to the bar, and my billfold and my wallet and my keys go right top on the left hand side. And when I get out of my car, because my little key fob open door thing broke, and so, but even though I never used it because I didn't trust it, I never used it. I like to physically open the door with my key, and so I sit there for a while because I was thinking about things, and I lay my keys into the passenger seat. I didn't know this, and so I'm very OCD. I'm crazy with it, and so I lay the keys in the side of the seat, and I'm looking at something. I keep a little notepad in my car. I'm looking at I lay my phone next. When my phone stays in where my dash is, there's a little place where my phone just kind of slips in. So I looked at it and I put it back, and I never do that. And so I put my little notepad back up in the top visor, and so I just get up and before I exit my car, because I don't use my key fob, I always push the lock button and close my door. And so then I always keep my keys in my left hand pocket. I slap my left. I always this is how crazy I am. I keep my iPod in my right pocket, and of course my billfold's in my back right, and then my keys are in my left. So I hit my my right pocket first. There's the iPod. I hit my left butt cheek. There's my billfold. I hit my left. Mind you, I'm still thinking about stuff I have to do. I hit my left pocket, left side pocket. Nothing. And so I automatically spin around like a top, and I look into my car. There are my keys in the passenger seat, and I'm like, not screaming expletive really, really loud. And I'm like, oh no, I left these keys in the car. I never, ever, 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 ever do that. And so I didn't have my phone because it was locked in the car as well. And so I couldn't call anybody. And then I just happened to remember that my niece was off today. And my sister doesn't live too far from me, about 8-9 blocks, maybe 10, 11. But they're long blocks. I had to go down the street, turn, and go down anyhow. So I walk all the way over there, and I don't see her car where her car normally is, but she had moved it up because she was home. And so I knock on the door, and I'm like, oh, she's asleep. And mind you, this is like 11:30. This wasn't even noon yet. So thank God it wasn't hot. We've had some really hot days here in the area, but it wasn't really, really hot, so that was good. And so she finally comes out. She's laughing at me. She's like, oh, Uncle David. And she has she had a backup key to my house, so she didn't have a key to my car. Thank God. And this is one of the things that I'm thankful for. That I'm so crazy. I have and right now I have it in my hand. It shouldn't be in my hand. It's on my computer desk where it should be in the backup key spot for my car. But thank God, years ago, every time I get a new car, I always get 3 sets of keys. One for me, one backup, and my dad's a mechanic, and I give one to him. And but my dad, he was at work, and he's pretty far away from where I live, and so so my key was where it was supposed to be, the backup key. So I was able to go right to it, unlock the car, and get into my car, and able to enjoy the rest of my day. Not that I enjoyed it. I was so stressed out, I went to sleep, and I didn't wake up until the premiere of Vampire Diaries, which was good, by the way. Anyhow, we're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back.
Check us out on Facebook at the 5by5, or tweet us at the 5by5, or go to Recycle Blog Talk for past shows. Thanks for tuning in.